Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to our cozy corner. Are you snuggled up and ready for a story? Tonight, we're journeying to a very special place, a place where magic whispers on the winter wind. Let's close our eyes and imagine a quiet valley tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the world. This is Snowy Valley, where everything is covered in a soft, thick blanket of snow that sparkles under the moonlight, just like sugar. In the very heart of this peaceful valley stood a Christmas tree unlike any other. It was tall and proud, with branches that reached for the stars. But this tree held a secret. It could talk, but only on one night of the year, Christmas Eve. And tonight was that very night. Every winter, a kind little girl named Ella would visit the valley. She had rosy cheeks and eyes that shone with wonder. She always carried a small, warm lantern with her, its gentle light guiding her path through the deep snow. Ella loved the quiet of the valley and especially loved this beautiful tree. Tonight, as she approached, something felt different. The air was still, and the usual shimmer of the valley seemed a little less bright. As the distant town clock chimed softly, marking the beginning of Christmas Eve, a faint whisper drifted from the tree's branches. Ella stopped, her heart giving a little flutter. She held her lantern up high. "Did you say something?" she whispered back. Looking around, the voice came again, gentle as a falling snowflake. "Ella, Christmas magic is fading." Ella stepped closer to the tree. Its beautiful lights, which usually twinkled with all the colors of the rainbow, were dim and weak. Some had gone out completely. "Fading why?" she asked, her voice full of concern. The tree sighed, a sound like the rustling of pine needles in a soft breeze. "People have forgotten," it explained sadly. "They've become so busy with presents and parties that they've forgotten the true meaning of Christmas." "The true meaning?" Ella asked. "Kindness," the tree whispered. "The magic of Christmas is powered by kindness, by sharing and caring for one another. When people are kind, my lights shine bright. But when they forget, the magic dims." Ella looked back towards the town, where tiny lights glowed in the windows of the houses. She couldn't let the magic disappear. "We have to do something," she declared. "We have to remind them." The tree seemed to gather its strength. "Together we can," it said. "Take one of my branches, little one." Ella gently touched a branch, and as she did, it began to glow with a warm, golden light. A single, perfect snowflake formed at its tip, shimmering with an inner radiance. "What is this?" She breathed in awe. "It's a snowflake of kindness," the tree explained. "We will send these out across the valley. Each one carries a message, a gentle reminder." Together, they began their work. Ella would hold a branch, and a glowing snowflake would appear. Then, with a soft puff of her breath, she would send it floating on the wind. The tree whispered messages into each one. "Share," it murmured as one snowflake danced away. "Care," it whispered to another. "Love," it breathed, as a flurry of them took flight, heading towards the town. The glowing snowflakes drifted through the night air, silent messengers of hope. One floated down and landed softly on the windowsill of a house where two brothers were arguing over a toy. As they looked at the sparkling snowflake, they suddenly stopped. The older brother looked at the younger one and said, "Here, you can play with it first." And he smiled. Another snowflake drifted into a kitchen where a woman was rushing to bake cookies, feeling stressed and tired. As the snowflake melted on the warm glass, she paused. She looked at the ingredients and thought of her elderly neighbor who lived alone. She decided to bake an extra batch just for him. All through the town, the snowflakes worked their gentle magic. Families started talking and laughing together. Friends called each other just to say hello. People shared what they had, helped one another, and remembered the joy of simply being together. Back in Snowy Valley, a wonderful thing was happening. With every act of kindness, the Christmas tree began to glow brighter. First, a single light flickered back to life, then another and another. Soon, all its lights were shining brilliantly, casting a warm golden glow across the entire valley. The light was so bright and so beautiful, it seemed to make the very air hum with happiness. Golden lights danced through the tree's branches, warming the snow and Ella's heart. On Christmas morning, as the first rays of sun peeked over the mountains, the valley was filled with a peaceful, joyful light. The tree was more magnificent than Ella had ever seen it. She stood beside it, her heart full. The tree's voice was warm and strong now. "Thank you, Ella," it said softly. "You helped everyone remember Christmas magic isn't in presents or decorations. It lives in kind hearts." Ella smiled and gave the tree's sturdy trunk a gentle hug. "Thank you for letting me help," she whispered. As she turned to walk home, soft, fluffy snow began to fall peacefully all around her, and Snowy Valley, now filled with warmth and love, slept on, wrapped in the true and everlasting magic of Christmas. Good night, little dreamers. May your hearts always be filled with kindness. Sweet dreams.